Good afternoon, manufacturing all-stars, and welcome to this episode of Manufacturing Happy Hour. We're coming at you live from Automation Fair 2018, where we are at the Rumsey Electric Hospitality event. Today, you are going to learn what's been taking place at Automation Fair 2018. And I'm joined by Shawn Huber from Rumsey Electric. Cheers, Shawn.
Cheers, Chris.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, Automation Fair is a big event, so there's a lot to take in. You know, just to paint the initial picture, what's been your overall impression of the event so far this year?
Well, I mean, as many years, Rockwell definitely puts on a world-class event. And it is an event that you make of it and get out of it what you put into it.
Definitely.
So from that perspective, you definitely have the ability to go into the show and learn a lot of things about a lot of different products. Which is all the things that you would generally expect at a show like this. However, you're also looking at some stuff that's a little bit future looking.
Sure.
And we're at the end of day one, which is great. But I have to say, even with a well thought out plan and my best attempt, I've only seen a very small portion of it.
Yep, I'm in the same boat, and I completely agree with you. Going in with a plan, like what you want to get out of it, is like the biggest thing, since there is a lot to see. You want to prioritize. So I guess to ask, going beyond that, what have you seen so far, and what have you thought of it?
Yeah, no, it's been great. I'm definitely partial in my position for the power side of the business, so the motor control centers, drives, other things that are associated with that. So ultimately, that was kind of the first place that I went. So first off, just going and kind of seeing the IntelliCenters, and part of it is just bringing people up to speed with the capabilities of the software and things around that.
Right.
But then so that was good to see on the floor. But one of the things that's impressed me the most is the release here coming very shortly for the 755 TL, which is the low harmonic drive, that'll definitely fit into some good positioning for customers in our general area.
Yeah, and just let's say I'm a customer that would be a good fit for the 755 TL. What give me an example of the application. What's that look like, and what problem is it going to solve?
Well, primarily customers are worried about harmonics and getting overcharged for putting harmonics back out on in this case a Pico line or something like that, power line. So the in the past you'd always use a multi-input drive, an 18 pulse or something like that, which tend to be big. They have specialty transformers. They do tend to get a lot more complicated. So this drive now with its release, it's been out for a couple of years, but today, we're pretty much at the place where it's being released from down to 10 horsepower, which puts it in a very good position for us, for customers, in both making something fairly inexpensive and appropriate for a location, as well as just being able to fit into old infrastructure and old buildings.
Definitely important. And I'll piggyback off the motor control bit and kind of broaden it to smart devices and talk for a bit, because I've been doing all the drinking so far, so I want to make sure I let you catch up too. But what I've been seeing is a lot of focus and enthusiasm around smart devices, largely because I think there's a lot of focus around the connected enterprise and Industry 4.0 and whatever buzzword you want to call it. The reality is I've seen a lot of people focusing on how can I get started on my connected enterprise journey. And smart devices, whether we're talking about, this technology's been around for a while, but automatic device configuration with a VFD or smart sensors where you have analytic capabilities that go in there through IO-Link, it's really starting to shape the impression that, I don't have to bite off this whole big connected enterprise journey, MES transformation right off the bat. For people that are just getting started, there's a way to jump into that in little bits and pieces. So.
Correct, and I'll jump on that piece a little bit too, just in the fact that the components are out there, and for all intents and purposes, with installation, they're basically the same, relatively speaking, the same price, the same investment that you're making for your company. Why not put that stuff in there now? Even if you're not using it today, you always have the ability to, at some point, connect all of that and pull that information back. And that goes along with some of the advanced safety features, and a lot of, a big portion of the show is around safety. How do you protect people? Some of the advanced safety functions, you may not be ready for them today, you may not be using them today, but at least make sure that you're looking and selecting the products that allow you to have that as an option into the future.
Right. Right, and it's like not taking on the whole world at once, but taking it in these little steps that enable you to make a broad impact in incremental steps along the way. So, we've got another day of Automation Fair ahead of us, and I know a lot of people are going to watch this after Automation Fair has already wrapped up, but what are you excited about for day 2?
Well, day 2, since I got through at least a piece of the power side of it, I definitely want to get to the automation aspects of the show floor, and I know that there's a lot of things over there waiting for me from the controller standpoint, with newer safety controllers, things around I/O with the Flex 5000 I/O, a more universal I/O that'll be taking over for products that have been sold for the last 20-25 years.
Right.
So there's a lot of neat things that'll be there, along with the operator interfaces and other stuff. So I definitely need to stay up on those pieces, and I'll be checking them out tomorrow.
I'm in the same boat, and the reality is there is a ton to see, almost more than you can do in 2 days. So as kind of a call to action from this video, we'll have links to Rockwell Automation and Rumsey and some other solutions you can be looking into to get kind of an impression of what we saw at Automation Fair 2018. But we got a lot of fun stuff ahead of us. In the meantime, Shawn, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Cheers.
Cheers. For those of you out there, stay innovative, stay thirsty. And we'll see you again here on Manufacturing Happy Hour real soon. Cheers.